Goodbye to yesterday. The rain pounded against the windows of Alex Mercer's tiny apartment as Sophia Chen stared at him with disbelief written across her face. Her dark eyes, usually warm and inviting, had turned to stone. "You're ending this? After 3 years?" Her voice trembled. "Because of a business meeting?" Alex ran his fingers through his disheveled brown hair. At 26, he looked older. The past 2 years of 18-hour workdays had etched premature lines around his eyes. "It's not just any meeting, Soph. Killian Ventures is offering $5 million in seed funding. This could be everything I've worked for. And the catch?" Sophia crossed her arms, her designer's eye noting how the shadows beneath Alex's eyes matched the gray of his worn t-shirt. "Total commitment. No distractions." Alex couldn't meet her eyes. Henderson made it clear. This is make or break time. Sophia stepped closer, the scent of her jasmine perfume filling the space between them. "And I'm the distraction." "I can't do both, Soph. Not now." Alex's voice cracked. "You deserve someone who can give you stability, a future. I'm living on ramen and hope." "That's not your decision to make for me." Her fingers reached for his hand, but he pulled away. "I chose you knowing what you're building. I believe in you. And what happens when it fails?" Alex's voice rose. "When I'm 30 with nothing to show for it but debt and broken promises? I've seen what failure did to my father. I won't do that to you." Sophia's expression hardened. "So instead you'll just walk away? That's your solution?" "It's the only one that makes sense." Alex turned toward the window, watching raindrops chase each other down the glass. "Merce AI needs everything I have right now. All my focus, all my time." "Look at me, Alex." Her voice was barely audible above the rain. When he turned, the hurt in her eyes nearly broke his resolve. "If you do this," she said, "don't come back when you realize what you've lost." Alex swallowed the knot in his throat. "You'll thank me someday. You'll find someone who can give you what you need. I never took you for a coward." She gathered her things with trembling hands. "Love isn't something you put on hold for a convenient time, Alex. It's what gives the rest of it meaning." At the door, she paused. "I hope your empire keeps you warm at night." After she left, Alex sank onto his worn sofa, surrounded by prototype sketches and business plans. He'd made the rational choice. The only choice that made sense. Sophia would move on, find someone stable. Someone worthy. He ignored the hollowness expanding in his chest as he prepared his presentation for tomorrow's meeting. This pain was temporary. Success, once he grasped it, would last forever. In the morning, Alex locked away the silver pendant Sophia had given him for their anniversary and headed to Killian Ventures with his future clutched in a leather portfolio. He didn't allow himself to wonder about the future he'd just sacrificed. The one with Sunday mornings tangled in sheets, with laughter over burned dinners, with a love that had believed in him when no one else did. He'd chosen his path. Now he would walk it alone. Empire of solitude. 8 years transformed both Alex Mercer and the skyline of San Francisco. From his penthouse office on the 40th floor of Mercy AI Tower, Alex gazed out at the bay, golden in the setting sun. Forbes had just named him one of the 40 under 40 for the 3rd consecutive year. His artificial intelligence platform had revolutionized everything from medical diagnostics to traffic management. At 34, Alex had everything he'd once dreamed of. The Killian investment had been merely the first stepping stone. Now venture capitalists fought for the privilege of backing his ventures, and his net worth had 10 digits. "Mr. Mercer?" His assistant's voice came through the intercom. "The board is waiting in the conference room." "I'll be right there," Alex replied, straightening his custom-tailored suit. The boardroom fell silent as he entered. 12 faces turned toward him expectantly, but Alex felt the familiar disconnect. These people knew the CEO, the visionary, the business titan. None knew the man. "The Nakamura acquisition is finalized," Alex announced, sliding into his chair. "We'll integrate their neural network team immediately." "Excellent work," said Victor Henderson, the silver-haired investor who had backed Alex from the beginning. "This calls for a celebration." Hours later, in an exclusive rooftop bar, Alex nursed a whiskey while his team celebrated around him. Henderson clapped him on the shoulder. You've exceeded every expectation I had when you walked into my office 8 years ago, he said. Not many men would have had the focus to accomplish what you have. Alex nodded, the compliment hollow. Focus has its costs, Henderson chuckled. The sacrifices were worth it, though, weren't they? Look at what you've built. Alex's penthouse was silent when he returned home after midnight. Floor-to-ceiling windows showcased the glittering city below, a kingdom of light and technology he'd helped shape. He loosened his tie and poured another drink. From his desk drawer, he withdrew the silver pendant he'd kept all these years, a small tree with intricate branches. Sophia had designed it herself. To remind you that even the tallest trees need roots, she'd said. Alex had no roots now, just achievements. His phone buzzed with a text from Eliza, the art gallery owner he'd been seeing casually for 3 months. She was beautiful, intelligent, and had no expectations. Perfect for his lifestyle. Yet he couldn't recall the color of her eyes without checking their last photo together. Alex opened his laptop to review quarterly projections until exhaustion claimed him. This was the pattern of his days. Work, achievements, temporary connections, and the quiet hours when success felt like a currency that couldn't buy what he truly needed. As he drifted to sleep on his designer sofa, he wondered, not for the first time, about the path not taken, about Sophia Chen. With her creative brilliance and unwavering faith in him, he'd searched for her online occasionally over the years, finding only that she'd become a respected design director at a major firm. In the morning, he would review the charity gala his PR team had organized, an evening of strategic networking disguised as philanthropy. Alex knew the routine well. Smile, shake hands, write checks. No one would see past his carefully constructed facade. That's how he preferred it. Better to be admired from a distance than known up close. Unexpected reunion. The Children's Arts Foundation Gala transformed the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art into a wonderland of light and color. Alex moved through the crowd with practiced ease, shaking hands, making promises, building the goodwill that kept Merce AI's public image pristine. There's someone you should meet, his PR director murmured, guiding him toward a display of children's artwork. The foundation's new creative director has doubled their outreach in underserved communities. Alex nodded, mentally preparing another round of polite conversation. Then he saw her. Sophia Chen stood before a vibrant mural, explaining something to a donor. 8 years had only enhanced her beauty. Her black hair was shorter now, framing her face in soft layers. Success had given her a confidence that radiated through her simple but elegant black dress. Their eyes met across the gallery, and time collapsed between them. For a heartbeat, they were just Alex and Sophia again, before empires and endings. His PR director was speaking. Mr. Mercer, this is Sophia Chen, our creative director. Sophia, Alex Mercer, CEO of Mercy AI and tonight's principal donor. We've met, Sophia said, her voice controlled as she extended her hand. It's been a long time, Alex. Too long, he managed, her touch sending electricity through him. Your work here is impressive, a soft voice interrupted them. Mom, look what I made! A little girl, perhaps 7 years old, appeared at Sophia's side. Alex's heart stopped. The child had Sophia's delicate features and smile, but her eyes, those were unmistakably his eyes, the unusual amber green that had come from his grandmother. Lily, this is Mr. Mercer, Sophia said, her arm protectively circling the girl's shoulders. He's helping fund our art programs. Your paintings are amazing, Alex said automatically, mind racing as he calculated dates, possibilities, certainties. Lily beamed. I'm going to be an artist like Mom, but I also want to make computers. I'm learning coding at school. That's... Alex couldn't finish the sentence, looking to Sophia with unspoken questions. Lily, why don't you show Mrs. Winters your animation project? Sophia suggested. After the girl bounded away, she turned to Alex. Not here. Not now. She's mine. It wasn't a question. Sophia met his gaze steadily. She's mine. But yes, biologically, she's yours too. Why didn't you tell me? You made your choice clear, Alex. You didn't want distractions. The old pain flashed across her face. I discovered I was pregnant 2 weeks after you ended things. I had a right to know. His voice was barely controlled. Did you? You walked away from us. From me. Sophia's composure never wavered. I sent 3 emails. You never responded. Alex paled, remembering the chaos of those early months building Merce AI when he'd blocked all connections to his old life. I never saw them. It doesn't matter now. Lily has had a wonderful life. Sophia handed him a business card. If you want to talk about this properly, call my office tomorrow. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have donors to thank. As she walked away, Alex stood frozen, the foundation of his carefully constructed world cracking beneath him. Across the room, Lily, his daughter, laughed as she showed her animation to an elderly patron, her hands gesturing excitedly. In that moment, Alex realized that his empire, built on the sacrifice of love, had cost him something he'd never known to value, the chance to be a father. Bridge of Trust. The cafe Sophia had chosen was small and unpretentious, tucked between a bookstore and a vintage clothing shop. Alex arrived 15 minutes early, an uncharacteristic nervousness making him check his reflection in the window. Sophia arrived precisely on time, wearing jeans and a simple blouse, a stark contrast to his tailored suit. Without the formal setting of the gala, the gulf between their worlds seemed even wider. "Thank you for meeting me," Alex said as she sat across from him. "I'm doing this for Lily," she replied. "She deserves to know where she comes from." Alex nodded, clutching his coffee cup. "I want to be part of her life, Sophia." "You can't just walk in after 7 years and claim fatherhood," she said, her voice low but firm. "Lily isn't a company you can acquire." "That's not fair, isn't it?" The Alex I knew disappeared overnight when something better came along. Sophia's composure cracked slightly. "Do you have any idea what it was like? Finding out I was pregnant after you'd made it clear I wasn't worth keeping in your life?" Alex winced. "If I had known, you would have what? Stayed out of obligation?" She shook her head. "That's not what I wanted then, and it's not what Lily needs now." "What does she know about me?" "That her father was someone I loved once, who wasn't ready for a family." Sophia's expression softened slightly. "I never vilified you, Alex. I told her you had important work to do in the world." "Thank you for that," he said quietly. "I'd like the chance to show both of you that I've changed." Sophia studied him. "Have you really? Or do you just want what you suddenly realize you're missing?" The question hit him like a physical blow. Before he could respond, Sophia continued. "Lily has asked about you more lately. I won't keep her from knowing you if that's what she wants." She took a deep breath. "But I need to know you won't disappear again when this novelty wears off." "I won't." Alex leaned forward. "I've spent 8 years chasing success, thinking it would fill the emptiness I've felt since walking away from you. Nothing has. And now, knowing about Lily..." He struggled to find the right words. "I don't deserve a second chance, but I'm asking for one anyway." Something in his voice must have reached her, because Sophia's expression softened. "We'll start small. Lily has a science fair next weekend. You can come, meet her properly." She stood to leave. "Don't make promises you can't keep, Alex. Not to her." The science fair was held in an elementary school gymnasium that smelled of floor polish and children's excitement. Alex felt wildly out of place among the parents in casual clothes, but when Lily spotted him, her face lit up with curiosity. "You're the man from the art show," she said, examining him with unsettling directness. "Mom said you might come. Want to see my project? It's about how AI could help save endangered animals." As Lily enthusiastically explained her display, remarkably sophisticated for a 7-year-old, Alex felt a connection he'd never experienced before. This brilliant, vibrant child was part of him, yet entirely her own person. Over the following weeks, Alex rearranged his schedule to accommodate science museum trips, coding lessons, and awkward dinners where they slowly became a tentative trio. He witnessed Lily's quick mind, her artistic talent, her determined spirit. He saw Sophia's patient strength as a mother, how she'd built a life of quiet dignity and purpose. One evening, helping Lily with a robotics project in Sophia's modest apartment, Alex looked up to find Sophia watching them with an unreadable expression. "What?" he asked softly after Lily had gone to bed. "I never thought I'd see this," she admitted. "You look right together." Alex held her gaze. "We all do." Sophia's phone rang before she could respond. Her face paled as she listened to the caller. "The Foundation's main donor is pulling out," she explained after hanging up. "Without that funding, our programs in underprivileged schools will end next month." Alex didn't hesitate. "I'll cover it." "We're not a charity case, Alex." "It's not charity. It's belief in what you've built." He moved closer. "Just like you once believed in me." In that moment, as understanding passed between them, Alex's phone buzzed with an urgent message from Henderson. The Nakamura integration was failing. The board was calling an emergency meeting. Two paths diverged before him, and this time, Alex knew which one mattered more. The choice that matters. The boardroom crackled with tension as Alex entered. Victor Henderson's expression was thunderous. "The Nakamura team is threatening to walk," Henderson announced. "We need you in Tokyo immediately to salvage this deal." "For how long?" Alex asked. "As long as it takes," Henderson replied. "Months, potentially. You'll need to personally oversee the integration." He slid a folder across the table. "The jet is fueled and waiting. We leave in 3 hours." 8 years ago, Alex would have already been mentally packing. Now, he thought of Lily's school play next week, where she had proudly announced she would be playing the smartest robot. He thought of Sophia's tentative smile when he'd brought them dinner the night before. "I can't go," Alex said. The room fell silent. Henderson stared at him. "What do you mean, can't? This is the cornerstone of our expansion strategy." "Send Javier. He knows the Nakamura tech better than anyone." Alex stood firm. "I have commitments here I won't break." "What commitments could possibly take precedence over saving this company?" Henderson's voice rose. "You've never let anything distract you before." "That's the problem," Alex replied. "I've spent 8 years treating people as distractions. I won't make that mistake again." "Is this about that woman from the gala and her child?" Henderson's eyes narrowed. "Don't throw away everything we've built for some misplaced sense of guilt." Alex's calm broke. "That child is my daughter. And yes, this is about her and her mother, but it's also about what kind of person I want to be." He looked around the table. "I built this company to create technology that enhances human connection, yet I've sacrificed every meaningful connection in my own life." "If you don't get on that plane," Henderson warned, "the board will reevaluate your position as CEO. Then do it." Alex removed his company ID and placed it on the table. "Mercy AI will survive without me for a few weeks. But I won't survive as the person I want to be if I walk away from my family again." Later that evening, Alex stood on Sophia's doorstep, rain soaking through his shirt. When she opened the door, surprise registered on her face. "Alex? You're drenched." "What happened?" "I resigned as CEO," he said simply. "Temporarily, at least." Sophia's eyes widened. "Why would you do that?" "Because 8 years ago, I made a choice that I thought was about success but was really about fear." Rain dripped from his hair as he spoke. "I was afraid I'd fail you, afraid I couldn't be enough. So I ran before I could find out." Lily appeared behind her mother, curious about the visitor. "Why are you all wet, Mr. Alex?" "Because sometimes," he said, smiling at her, "you have to stand in the rain to figure out what really matters." Sophia hesitated, then stepped aside. "You should come in before you catch pneumonia." Inside, as Sophia handed him a towel, their fingers brushed. The touch held promise, not forgiveness. That would take time, but possibility. That night, Alex helped Lily rehearse her lines for the school play, then sat with Sophia on her small balcony, watching the city lights. "I can't promise this will be easy," Sophia said quietly. We're different people now. I know. Alex gently took her hand. But I think we might be better ones. And Merce, we'll be there when I go back, Alex said. But this time with boundaries. With balance. In the distance, a ship's horn sounded as it entered the harbor, returning home after a long journey. You might fail at this too, you know, Sophia said, her voice gentle but honest. At being a father, at finding that balance. Probably, Alex admitted. But I'd rather fail trying to love you both than succeed at everything else. He squeezed her hand. Some risks are worth taking. As Sophia's fingers tentatively interlaced with his, Alex realized that true fortune wasn't measured in stock options or company valuations. It was found in second chances, in a child's trusting smile, in the courage to choose love when it mattered most. Outside, the rain continued to fall, washing away the boundaries between the life he'd built and the one he'd almost lost, creating instead something new and infinitely more precious.